In the last episode, the Amalekites attacked Israel at Rephidim. While Joshua led the army into battle, Moses stood on a hill with the staff of God raised high. When his arms grew tired, Aaron and Hur held them up until sunset, and Israel won the victory. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came to visit, bringing Moses' wife and sons. He saw Moses judging the people from morning to evening and gave wise counsel, appoint capable men to share the burden. Moses listened and organized leaders over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens. Now the Israelites approach something greater than any battle or any council. They approach the presence of God Himself. In the 3rd month after the Israelites leave Egypt, on the very day, they come to the Desert of Sinai. After they set out from Rephidim, they enter the Desert of Sinai, and Israel camps there in the desert in front of the mountain. Moses goes up to God. The Lord calls to him from the mountain. This is what you are to say to the descendants of Jacob and what you are to tell the people of Israel. You yourselves have seen what I did to Egypt, and how I carried you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Now, if you obey me fully and keep my covenant, then out of all nations you will be my treasured possession. Although the whole earth is mine, you will be for me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. Moses comes back and summons the elders of the people. He sets before them all the words the Lord has commanded him to speak. The people all respond together. We will do everything the Lord has said. Moses brings their answer back to the Lord. The Lord says to Moses, I am going to come to you in a dense cloud, so that the people will hear me speaking with you and will always put their trust in you. Moses tells the Lord what the people have said. Then the Lord gives instructions. Go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow. Have them wash their clothes and be ready by the 3rd day, because on that day the Lord will come down on Mount Sinai in the sight of all the people. Put limits for the people around the mountain and tell them, be careful that you do not approach the mountain or touch the foot of it. Whoever touches the mountain is to be put to death. They are to be stoned or shot with arrows. Not a hand is to be laid on them. Whether person or animal, they shall not be permitted to live. Only when the ram's horn sounds a long blast may they approach the mountain. Moses goes down from the mountain to the people. He consecrates them, and they wash their clothes. He tells them, prepare yourselves for the 3rd day. Abstain from sexual relations. On the morning of the 3rd day, there is thunder and lightning. A thick cloud covers the mountain. A trumpet blast sounds, so loud that everyone in the camp trembles. Moses leads the people out of the camp to meet with God. They stand at the foot of the mountain. Mount Sinai is covered with smoke, because the Lord descends on it in fire. The smoke billows up from it like smoke from a furnace. The whole mountain trembles violently. The sound of the trumpet grows louder and louder. Moses speaks, and the voice of God answers him. The Lord descends to the top of Mount Sinai. He calls Moses to the top of the mountain, and Moses goes up. The Lord warns Moses to go down and warn the people not to force their way through to see the Lord, or many of them will perish. Even the priests who approach the Lord must consecrate themselves. Moses says to the Lord, the people cannot come up Mount Sinai because you yourself warned us to put limits around the mountain and set it apart as holy. The Lord replies, go down and bring Aaron up with you. But the priests and the people must not force their way through to come up to the Lord, or he will break out against them. Moses goes down to the people and tells them, and God speaks all these words. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male or female servant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. When the people see the thunder and lightning, and hear the trumpet, and see the mountain in smoke, they tremble with fear. They stay at a distance. They say to Moses, "Speak to us yourself, and we will listen, but do not have God speak to us, or we will die." Moses says to the people, "Do not be afraid. God has come to test you, so that the fear of God will be with you to keep you from sinning." The people remain at a distance while Moses approaches the thick darkness where God is. At the foot of a smoking mountain, a nation has received its calling. 10 words spoken from fire have become the foundation of a covenant that will shape history. The Lord is not a distant God. He has come down, He has spoken, and He has claimed this people as His own. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Exodus series. If this story has moved you, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with others. In the next episode, God will give Moses detailed laws for the covenant community. Then Moses and the elders will ascend the mountain, and Moses will enter the cloud of glory for 40 days and 40 nights.